After our heroes proved themselves worthy to a guardian of the woods, they uncovered a sort of fountain of youth. They met some otter folks, they received some wondrous items, and they were just informed that His Royal Majesty, Prince Landon, Duke of Leafin, is dead. So at the moment, you guys are on the balcony overlooking. Telvin is at the bottom of this tree, and he has just been informed by a random wood elf who approached him and told him Prince Landon is dead.
That guy sucked. Like, is that good?
He was kind of a doucher.
He did
But
suck though.
Regardless, I mean,
Why?
he got killed. I mean,
Why?
that's still a bad thing.
It's pretty random, right?
Okay, so obviously this isn't that bad of a thing to me. I'm not too hurt over this, but I do get that it's
He's
probably not good that someone in a royal position got assassinated. But
Well, maybe he got overthrown by his people, right?
So whenever the word was being passed along, is this supposed to be hush hush? Like, did it
No,
seem like
she straight up was like, Prince is dead! Like,
I want to be like, you there,
ah,
you.
yes, hello.
What other news do you have of this? Anything you could come here? I'm
You're
gonna
up.
throw a rope down.
I'm not
say,
doing
I'll
that.
pull you up this
No.
rope. I will pull you.
Be civil. You come down here.
Climb. You come up here.
You're the one who wants information.
That's fair. I want to tie the rope off and slide down it.
There's stairs. Your hands hurt.
Yeah, I know, but like,
I take the stairs down.
avoiding
and
rope
get there
burn, of
faster
course.
than
You
you.
know. I disagree. I think you could get down a rope quicker than stairs.
Okay, I want you to throw me something and
Do I
fail.
have to do?
Please.
Do I have to do a strength
how
check?
high up are we?
Please fail that.
You're like
Just-
80 feet up this freaking giant
80.
Yeah.
sequoia
Wow.
tree or whatever.
So when this person's yelling, it's like,
No, she's like distressed. She's like, dude.
I'm not coming up there. You're not gonna get me.
She's quiet. No, Cody, roll me acrobatics.
You don't even have 80 feet of rope.
No, we tied all of our rope
Short.
together.
What are you gonna do?
I have at least 60. We tied all of our rope together. Thank
Well,
you.
you gotta
I
jump.
took my-
You gotta
I
jump.
took
the
my
next
rope
one.
back because it got cut in half, Cody, and I got my 30 feet back.
Solid.
That's not good, huh? That's not good.
As you probably could have guessed about Ayden anyway, this is an ugly tree and he hits every branch on the way down.
That's fair.
He
I want to look. Wait, so do I make it to
You
the
make it
ground
to the
level?
bottom and just like this really hard like belly flop onto this grass like poof, and you look up at her and she's like, really?
When I look up, I want to say, but did I look cool too?
Super.
No.
I'm gonna. At this point, I want to come behind Ayden because I took the stairs like a civil person.
Oh yeah.
Me and Loowee just
Just-
come behind Ayden like, what's wrong with you?
Hello.
It looked so cool. So I stumbled on my feet.
You literally hit every branch on your way.
And you even missed the bush now.
I
It was so
counted.
cool.
It was like 36. It was actually more impressive than I thought it was going to be.
But it
There-
was
you're gonna get
really
a-
cool.
A ledger, like a fine for all these branches. It's gonna be great. So look forward to that.
Well,
As a
so-
wood elf, I do not agree with that.
You hurt the trees, man. Not cool.
So with me catching my breath, so what happened to the prince?
I went out to collect your horses. They're just there, and she presents your horses. I was on the path, and there were some people traveling through the woods, and I overheard them talking that the prince has died.
This is just
Has
rumors.
died or was killed?
It seems like it was an assassination.
By
Yeah,
whom?
'cause he was pretty young, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's the younger of the two princes, the younger of the two dukes. Their king reigns over the country of Manshaven, which owns the dukedoms. He owns one dukedom, Leafin. His brother, Michael, owns Roychester.
And where? Let me get the map. Where would the king be?
And Manshaven, which is to the east.
To the west.
The west. W
The
for
west.
Wumbo. I don't know a whole lot of details. All I know is that They were talking about how he was assassinated, and I didn't hear how or who did it, under what circumstances.
You know that the king, or the prince, was into slavery and everything, right?
I do. And Telvin
you
is there
know-
too, and you can address him if you would like to as well.
Yeah, Telvin, or what's your name again?
Willow.
Willow. Ah, that's a nice name.
Thanks, it was a birthday present.
Your name was a birthday present?
Yeah, get it? Because
At her first birthday.
Can I go?
leave us, Nave.
Do either of you two know if the other prince is into slavery?
We hardly keep tabs on Leafin, much less Rochester and the whole of Manshaven.
Who was his successor? And did he? I'm sure he had many enemies. He's a slave trader, but like, who's at the top of that list? Do we know this?
His father would take over his dukedom in the case of his death.
Oh, there you go. Matter's closed.
I'm pretty sure a king grants land to his son, though, so that's kind of weird to take it back like that, but whatever.
I mean,
It's your mystery.
where was he? What city was he in, though? I forget.
Canterdale.
He was in Canterdale?
Man, bad things happen in Canterdale, huh?
Wait. Telvin, what does that mean? What does that news mean? Does that mean there's going to be civil war? What does that mean?
We do not meddle in the affairs of Leafin, mostly, but I assume that the king will simply come in and take over. There will be a heavy investigation if he truly was assassinated, and they will try to bring justice to the situation.
I'm gonna get on the shell. And even though I know he knows who it is, I'm still gonna sound like Gar.
Okay.
Hey, Ty. This is Gar.
No, it's not.
Did everything go well up in Canterdale?
Are you like 5? What are you doing? I'm not talking to you.
But we have this phone.
I'm taking this rock. I'm throwing it. I'm throwing it in the ocean.
No, I have an offer for you.
What?
Information for information, you know?
No, I value my life, but thanks.
What do you mean you value your life? I could make you rich right now, man.
You talking like Scrooge McDuck swimming in a pool of gold rich?
Not as big of a pool, but somewhat. Well, me and my compadre. Okay, I dropped the Gar voice because it's. Anyway, me and my compadres, after murdering your leader, stumbled upon a great deal of gold and wealth down in a cave we found, and I gladly tell you.
And woman.
You say in women? Just random women in a cave that have been there forever.
Whatever.
And there's one really scraggly Gerblin lady down there.
Oh my gosh, what's wrong with you?
But no, and I'm willing to trade you that information if you can tell me what's going on in Canterdale.
Nah, I'm good.
Please?
Tell him you'll give him candy. Everyone's got a sweet.
How about even better yet? I'll tell you where you can find us. Imagine that going to your leader,
Wrong
being
candy.
able to tell them where the guys who killed Vislago are right now.
No, Chuck. Wrong candy. We're not the sweetie ones. We might be the sweetie ones.
Can I roll a
Not our
deception check
sweet
or anything?
candy.
Hold on.
Okay.
You don't think that we know where you are?
I actually highly doubt that. Does this thing have a tracker on it that I don't know about?
That would be nuts.
Okay. Well, you guys sit tight, and I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao, bellos.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Did you turn off the GPS? Tell me you turned it off.
Oh, crud. Well. Well, you see, you didn't offer him candy.
Well,
Ty really likes Werthers, you guys.
You blew it. Well, that didn't work. I say we just stick with our plan of going to Hartfield. Garrett's going up to Canterdale to clear us. By the time we get there,
If
we
we-
can actually do some real investigative work.
Well, how about we'll still go to Hartfield, but we'll keep our ears open on the path to make sure, you know.
Of course.
I'm really, guys. By the way, I am tremendously excited for them to try to find us here. This forest is magical, and they're going to get lost.
Oh yeah, it's a good point.
That would be amazing. Do you
wait a
guys think?
second. Think about the two others that got here.
I give them more credit than these guys, though.
Ready?
No, but no, seriously, you guys, should we tell Telvin and all them, like, just a heads up, like, hey, some baddie McBadbads are coming?
Well, we
I
could-
obviously turned my back while Telvin's 10 feet away.
we could stay here. I like this.
Yeah, I think that. Oh, I mean, this place is nice.
Louie's in his element. He's like on a tree swing, like, I like it here. I don't know.
It
Jeez,
is very nice.
been waiting for that moment.
I mean, that's only right? I mean, they've done, realistically, besides the whole almost dying in the woods thing,
Yeah.
done really nothing but help us and try to keep the Fountain of Youth safe. Telvin watched me fight a boy and still offered me a place to stay, so
You watched you lose to a boy. Wait, what?
I only lost because it was on purpose.
Yeah, right. You drink in that mug. You go ahead.
Oh man, this is tough.
I didn't think this would be a hard decision for you. Aren't you all about the truth and helping people out? And you don't want to let
Oh
these
no,
fools know?
I'm gonna tell the elf.
That's what
sure.
That's what I was asking.
Oh yeah, 100%. We'll tell them, but
Wait, tell the elf what?
That hey, there might be bad people coming this way. I mean, what like collectively, real quick, what do we want to do? We'll go check out the crash site and then
Yes.
shoot up to Canterdale. How about that, Louie? Like there's literally a path that's going right by. You want to
Yeah,
do that?
so we've been talking for 15 minutes for basically the same plan that we had.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, good.
There we go.
Hey.
Make my editing really easy. I can cut it all out. Great.
All right.
Nothing's changed.
Before we leave, you guys want to sleep first? Because
Wait,
Yeah.
before we leave, we get our equipment back.
I have the memory of a stone of far speech. All right.
Garrett took
What?
our equipment and he was
Well, yeah. Garrett is
God,
smithing
it
your
was
stuff.
overcrafting for us.
But DJ just said you're going to bed.
Oh no, let's rest first and then
Okay.
go in the morning.
We get to sleep.
Rest
You
first
climb-
and go in the. I'm gonna
Climb
okay,
back
I'm
up
going,
this rope.
The only
Oh
one that
wait,
doesn't get
okay.
to
I'm
sleep
gonna
is Garrett.
stay down while Ayden climbs the rope so I can watch.
I'm super good at climbing, so
Are you? I saw that last check you did.
yeah, I'm pretty good.
Wait,
That's a safe. Roll it
I
again.
wanna-
You're not
Oh,
saving
Fred.
anything. You rolled the
I wanna
wrong roll. You
sabotage.
wish.
I want to
Oh, what?
sabotage.
Are you kidding me?
Why are you rolling strength? Why are you rolling that?
So I can climb the rope.
I guess, but that would. Are you proficient in
It's athletics.
Athletics.
It's not athletics. I have a +2. I
That's
will
just your
roll
strength, so you
athletics.
would have rolled the same exact thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Result.
Aiden, you get about 25 feet up this rope, and it comes untied from the balcony.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall to the ground. Right back at Willow's feet. And she just slow blinks at you.
But it looked cool,
It-
though, right?
Can we apply a negative like -2 on Aiden's
What?
intelligence check or wisdom check?
Social check.
Like
Yeah.
permanent.
How dare you? Aiden's the coolest guy in the club, alright?
Can we,
If
like,
you are the
can we-
only
can we
person in the
vote?
club,
Can we
yes.
vote? I want Aiden to lose permanent wisdom.
Wisdom
dare
for
you.
falling on his head.
Just because I have very high checks,
Intelligence.
Lou.
I want Aiden to have a concussion and sleep on the ground for all.
Jeez.
I will take the stairs then and go up to my bed
You guys. Okay.
after collecting the rope that has untied. I think someone sabotaged me.
So just think, Gabby, the first half hour of this episode you can just cut out. There
Pretty
you
much.
go.
You guys head back to your rooms by whatever means. Aiden manages to take the stairs with somebody's help. He is suspicious of the otters having untied the rope on the balcony. You guys get ready to get to bed. But for just a moment, you really take in this situation. You've been decided worthy of this incredibly beautiful place. You hear the chinking of the anvil outside as Garrett is working on your armor, and the wind rustles the leaves just outside your window as you try to find sleep. Things are calm, and you're safe, and you've just defeated a great evil. It's really just now hitting you that you have friends. Friends that you conquered evil with. Not only that, but Loowee is among something that resembles her people for the first time since she was a little girl. And Ayden and Dajjal, you are both years younger because of the Glowerwood Spring, and you really feel it in this moment. Everyone take inspiration.
Yay!
So do I have I've had inspiration forever. But I
Yeah, just
haven't
write it
used-
and make a note.
Yeah, man. If you
I'm a
don't
little
use
dragon.
it, you might lose.
Before
Yeah.
going to sleep,
Mhm.
can I cast sending? And I'm going to send a message to Kid. I just needed you to see the seriousness of things. And I was hoping to get some frustration out of you. I hope you can see that I was just trying to help you. I wait for a response, but I don't expect him to.
You do not receive one.
Okay. I just go to sleep. I've made my peace.
Okay.
Yeah, Aiden's just gonna get all his crap ready in front of his bed and hit it like a rock.
Okay.
Gabby, just one thing because I did not need as much sleep as the others. I wanna spend like my little time of sleep, and then the rest of it actually trying to help Gareth with the armor crafting.
Okay. Cool.
No need to really help it. Just want to go and help him.
Yeah, you go downstairs and there is a smith down there helping Garrett out. He seems a bit knowledgeable in kind of what he's doing, but they're helping each other, and you can help that process along after you take your rest.
And try and maybe learn one thing or two.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. The next morning, you all wake up. Hayden, you prepare your rituals and things for Lathander. Dajjal and Ayden are greeted by a knock at the door.
Hello.
You see that it's Willow, and she opens the door and kind of peeks in with a tray. She's like, I brought you guys breakfast, and it's the mushrooms and moss and twig salads and stuff from last night that you loved so much. So she decided to bring you breakfast.
Oh. Aiden just grabs it. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I
so-
go.
Chugging away on it.
All right. Thanks.
Uh.
This looks real good. Like I'll pick out the mushrooms and eat them.
She leaves you and she heads off. Your horses are downstairs and you kind of hear them whinnying as the sun begins to come up. And though the canopy is pretty heavy and this area is not really enchanted, so there is light coming through and it's pretty beautiful here. It's totally different in this new light. And you step down into the seclusion and you see Garrett and Loowee standing over an anvil. It seems like Garrett and Loowee have finished your armor with the help of the elven blacksmith. They present you with this lovely armor. Ayden, you receive a breastpiece and your shoulder plates, which are made from separated pieces of the scorpion stinger. Dajjal and Loowee, you each get a breastplate as well, and all of these are resistant to poison. They do not add AC, but they all have poison resistance. The black scorpion carapaces have been carved with elvish designs and have fine leather straps on them. Loowee, you have taken to heart some of the craftsmanship that went into this, and while you didn't learn a lot about using an anvil or a forge, you did learn a lot about the carving and the sort of patterns that these elves use. As you are all trying on your armor and getting it fitted and making sure it's very nice and tightening your straps, Garrett helps you into it, and Telvin approaches Loowee. I think we have found something concerning the Forest of the Moon.
Already?
I was asking the elders during the night, and I thought I would tell you about it.
Sure, I'm all ears.
Sure. Would you come with me, or do you mind it being spoken here?
I'll come with you.
So he sort of takes you, not into a room or anything, but just sort of across this glade and just kind of away from the others as you guys just see Loowee and Telvin kind of walk off for a minute, and you are just assessing your armor, and you can talk amongst yourselves. So
This is great. I like this.
I'm glad.
You see how cool this looks? That scorpion stickers on the shoulders.
Looks
So
much more
admire
refined
it.
than it did.
Most definitely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good job, Garrett.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Garrett. You made me stuff.
I did. +1 affinity?
Oh, what did you call me?
Okay.
Affinity.
I wanna mage hand, give him a smack on the rump. Good game.
Okay. I don't even know how dudes respond to that, but that's fine. Okay. Louis is taken across this glade with Telvin, and he tells you that he was looking through the records and he found a bit of information about the Forest of the Moon and the elves that used to dwell there. And this, of course, is the home of yours, which was destroyed just when you were very young. It seems this strain of wood elves was particularly secretive, much like ourselves. We were in contact so rarely that we did not even know that they had been wiped out. Again, I am sorry for your loss. I asked our elders about the Forest of the Moon, your home, before you had to leave it at a young age. It seems that your homeland was also charged with guarding something, much like us.
Was it another one of those fountain or something else?
We guard the spring, which grants longevity, but they guarded a series of crystals, it seems. Of their purpose, however, we do not know.
Do you know what those crystals look like? What they're called, or?
We do not know much about it. We were hardly ever in contact, but it seems there were many smaller crystals which were guarded, but there was one particularly large crystal. And as Telvin is speaking to you, Loowee, his voice sort of fades away and becomes muffled, and you see his lips moving, but you don't really grasp what he's saying, and your vision blurs, and you find yourself elsewhere, in another wooded area, among droves of walnut trees. And it's not so dark here, and wood elves walk around you with brown hair, not white hair, and they greet you very cheerfully. And they're all looking down at you, actually. And in this moment, you're looking through your childhood eyes. You're in a memory, and it's really difficult to hold on to these memories, but Loowee, you see your mother, and she's beautiful. She looks a lot like you. She brushes her long brown hair behind a pointed ear, and she picks you up, and she puts you on a hip. You look up at her, and she smiles and looks away at something across the way, and you follow her gaze to a space between some trees where you spot a floating black crystal. It's about 2 feet tall and 6 inches in diameter. This black crystal is unrefined, with bits of earth and rock on its sides, like it was just taken out of the earth. It's bobbing as it's floating above a rotted-out tree stump, surrounded by hundreds of tiny black gems.
Okay. Do I recognize the black gems as being the ones used by the saga?
These seem much like the ones used at the Emerald Eyes. Telvin's voice comes back, echoing in your head. You look up to the sky frantically as you hear this echoing, and then to your mother, who seems to be speaking to you, but you can't hear her words, and everything fades to black as your vision goes sideways. And from across the glade, Dajjal and Ayden, you see Loowee faint.
Whoa. I want to rush over and see if she is okay.
Okay. You guys rush over, and Telvin is like, oh, goodness, and he goes down and he starts trying to help pick her up and collect her. She seems to have passed out.
I started doing CPR.
Was that
CPR?
at the same time I was back in my memory, or after?
You could hear Telvin's voice almost as if you were being taken out of this memory, and that's when it happened.
Whenever Dajjal goes to do CPR, I want to be like, hold on, smelling salts first. Let's see if she's breathing. I want to see if he's still breathing. CPR.
So Ayden pulls the smelling salts from his bag and he waves them under Loowee, and she wakes up. Loowee, you seem fine. These memories were just really strong, and you're awake within moments. And Ayden and Dajjal, you have no idea what this talk was about. Maybe Telvin did something. You don't know what just happened.
Yeah, I want to look up to Telvin and be like, what did you do?
I didn't do anything. I was merely telling her about her people.
I want to look at Loowee and say, did he do anything?
I'm fine, guys. I think I'm fine. I'm just struck by the news.
News?
Yes, news. Telvin, I lost you for a moment. Is there more information you have besides what you told me about the first of the moon?
That is all that I came to know. Like I said, we barely had contact with them. The crystal information is all that I have.
Quick question for you, Telvin. What do you know about black crystals, just like this one? And I present him the black crystal that I still have, the emerald, the one that became an emerald, I guess.
Okay. This seems to be an emerald, not a black gem, but I can possibly show it to the elders.
Yeah, because at first when I got this crystal, it was black, and it became an emerald after that.
Well, if I may have it, I will take it and go speak with them or dig through our library some more.
Sure.
Okay. You have your armor, you have your horses. The only thing that you have yet accomplished here is speaking to the otter folk about the weapons that you were interested in.
Where are those?
Man, I'm not into an otter folk talk right now. If you guys want to do it, go ahead. But I'm not.
I just want to quickly run up to the otter folk. Where are they at?
The otter folk are down at like that kind of kitchen-y area where you guys were yesterday having dinner with all these mushrooms and stuff, and they're like yelling at Willow about bringing them something substantial like fishes or something.
I just want to run in real quick, use minor illusion to pretend like I'm holding a clam, and be like, "Tell me all about the weapons you stole from back in."
Clams, huh? What does he want to know?
What were they doing with the weapons? You don't touch!
Don't touch it!
He's a cat, then he's a dog.
He starts chittering at you, and he kind of pulls back, and he's, "What does he want to know?
What were the weapon, like, what were they doing with the weapon?
Don't know. Heard about fancy shipment to Lord Rathcool?
How nice were these weapons?
Very nice. All sorts of magical weapons.
Magical weapons.
You have my interest.
And they were going to Lord Rathcool.
To Lord Rathcool, yep.
Do you know where they were coming from?
On a ship.
But where did the ship come from?
Don't know. Heard about it. Shipment. Not sure if important. Saw weapons. Decided to take opportunity. Hired some dragonborn. Got muscle. Took weapons.
Where are these weapons?
What? Did you see the boat name? The name of the boat?
Other folk no read.
Oh.
But the weapons, where are they?
Up in Otter's room. Interested?
Yes.
I want to awaken mind with Ayden real quick and be like, I'm using a fake clam right now. I really don't.
I want to show them my real clams. Like
clams.
30 of them. Be like, I have clams. And when I close the bag,
I have clam.
So yeah, could you show us these weapons, otter folk? I would love to see what you show me what you've got.
This otter picks up one of the mushrooms, like there's just these big old mushrooms, and chucks it at Willow, and she's like, "Oh, why is my life like this?" And they scatter on all fours up these stairs, all the way around, up and up, past y'all's, and they go into their room, and you hear a clattering of things, and you can peek in there, and the bed is upside down, and there are sheets everywhere, the pillow's been ripped to shreds, and everything is just a mess, but they come out dragging 3 weapons in their arms. You see one of these weapons is something like a sword. One of them seems to be a chain with a sort of double-edged knife on the end of it. And the other is a trident.
Tips on the sword.
I wanna. Can I see Loowee? Is Loowee? Can I like lean off the balcony?
I'm with you guys. I'm just not
Okay.
talking to those
Okay, so you.
cheerful people.
I just wanted to make sure Loowee saw the weapons too, because I'm not sure if you guys noticed, I'm not really a weapon guy. Is there any way I could do an Arcana check to see if I can tell what magical properties they might have?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do something I'm good at and
Oh.
It was almost.
Yeah, I thought it was in 20.
I thought it was going to be too.
Yeah, you are able to tell that these weapons are indeed actually magical. They're not fakes or anything, just made up by these outer folk. They seem to actually have magical properties. And each of them seem different, like magical in a sort of a different way. What would you like to know about anything in particular?
The chain.
Okay. Okay, this chain, you can tell that it has some sort of necrotic damage involved.
I want to know about the sword.
Okay. And Dajjal is able to tell you that the sword has a very strange magic attached to it. Something like he's never felt before, but it seems weird.
Let's see if I can. Nope.
I want to ask the otters. Hey, have you had any bad luck recently with the sword? 'Cause last time I bought something that was strange, it didn't work out.
I want to, like,
good
without
for me.
even hesitating, after Dajjal's like, I don't know, man. I want to be like, 10 clams for that sword.
10 clams, what do you take us for?
That's all I've got.
Smelly sea otters?
What?
Is that all you got?
How much do you want for a sword?
Sword, 90 clams.
Please.
90 clams! I want to, like, kind of scooch up close to him and be like, listen, Otters, I appreciate all that you've done. These things are super cool. I can give you 20 clams. You're taking me for all I've got, guys.
Otters take 90 clams. And trade if possible.
Can
I can trade.
I want to
Can
know
I
what the trident does.
Can I try to lie to these little dudes? And is anyone else around, or is it just us three and the otters?
You went up to the room with the otters. You're up on this, like,
private.
staircase. Yeah.
Aiden, how bad do you want that sword?
Pretty bad, man. I'm
I
gonna
pull
get
out
I'm
my
gonna...
hurdy-gurdy.
No! No!
That just
No, we
starts
cannot like
playing
this.
an angelic tune.
Roll me a performance check.
Not like
No,
that.
as soon as I see the hurdy-gurdy, I run away.
The
Yes.
first time that I ever found.
Yeah, that's true.
Aiden, you get kind of droopy-eyed. You're not, like, falling to
I
the
w-
floor like you usually
as-
do.
I want to kind of like, as I'm doing this, like, not motion to him, but like slowly put my hand on the hurdy-gurdy, like putting it down. Like, no,
Just
no.
you don't hurdy-gurdy.
The otters seem to wane a little bit. There are two, and one seems to be like the talker, and he seems to kind of be in charge, and he's a green bandana on his head, and they have put on a little bit of clothes today, and the other one just sort of like started to doze off, and as he did, the other otter like caught his face and like shook him. Like, wake up! Stupid tricks!
Eh,
Won't work on smart otters!
Are you?
okay.
Now, I'm
Okay,
not. Does it work with otters? I have beast speech. Does it clarify them talking for me, since they're beast, or is that like for like just animals that can't comprehend like common?
So right now they are speaking common, but if you would like to
Yeah,
try and
okay.
speak otter with them, that's a thing.
I want to speak to them in otter, the
Okay.
tongue of their people,
Okay.
and tell them, hey, I know.
Wait, I want to know. What
What?
is it in otter?
No, I want to tell them in otter and take out my crossbow that I've never used once. Tell them that this is magical. You don't understand me, Aiden. So how about you?
I don't, but I'm gonna offer them my things too.
But I'm offering them stuff I don't use.
Me too.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the crossbow out and just be like, this is a magical crossbow. This won't miss. Any shot you take will be right on target.
If you're good.
After we leave, because I don't want you to shoot me with it, because I've only met you twice now.
Do you think we're stupid, Tiefling?
Wow, that wasn't. Oh.
This whole time I'm just like looking at them like, what on earth?
You see, Dajjal's just like.
But all you hear, Ayden, is the same. Like,
And Louis looking at Ayden is like, what the?
And I wanna... Okay, so now I want to get down on a knee, put the crossbow away, look at him and be like, okay, let's cut the BS. You have weapons that would aid us in our journey. We have quite literally probably saved your life. There's a dude out there that wants to end everything. Are you a tiefling? No. You'd be dead.
do you really think he would try to end the Otterfolk?
Have you heard yourself outside of this conversation? Yes, he would try to end you.
What do you mean?
I'm not trying to not be judgy. Right now, we're having a very awesome talk, and I'm actually cool with this. This is how I'm talking to you guys the rest of this time now. But to everyone else, you're kind of annoying. But to me, you're cool.
I wish I knew what you guys were saying, because
But to me, you're
Ayden
cool.
was like,
And it's nothing against you. It's nothing against you. It's just they don't understand like I do. I understand this complex talk that you guys have, but not everyone else likes it.
Well, I appreciate your opinions of us, but we are businessmen, and if you do not have clams or proper trading items, we are not interested.
Okay, what about 20 clams, which my buddy has, and the crossbow? For what he wants. He wants a sword. I'll give you the crossbow and 20 clams.
You can do better than that, yes?
What the? Okay, so 20 of his clams. My crossbow. Do you guys like food? I knew a kid that loved food.
Wait. So you're talking to go to Ayden and Louis next to you guys. So Louis just takes the. She's got a bunch of stuff. Look at that.
I just want to wait. I want to awaken mind with these guys real quick and be like, dude, these guys are so much smarter than we give them credit for. I'm legit having a real conversation with these
Dajjal,
guys.
do you think I didn't know that? Look at these guys. They're otter people. They stand and talk.
Yeah, but I don't think
Crack
you're
the
getting
code.
it, Ayden. I don't think you're getting it, Ayden. This dude. Like,
Look at him. I want to like smile, like awkwardly
Dajjal.
smile at him, like, yeah,
what's
little
up,
guy.
Louis?
Hey.
I wanna send you a message only you can understand about the fact that I have a bunch of clams as well. Don't tell them how many I have, how much I have. Just negotiate for me.
So don't let them know that you have clams right now.
Well, yeah, I have clams. I have 100 of them.
Oh my god.
Bargain.
But
for me.
do you want them to know that, or do you just want me to try to minimalize the clam?
There you go.
Okay. All their golden cups. You guys could go into town and get so many clams for just the golden cups. Everything else is extra.
Throw in a standard weapon, and
The crossbow.
I will
Yeah,
give you. I will
I'm
give you
melee.
3
I have a short
Melee?
sword for you guys as well.
Warhammer.
Is
I
that
get
just
two-
extra?
hold on.
It's
Let
not
Louis
two
bargain
more
for this
short
chain. Let's see
Yeah,
whatever Louis is
yeah,
doing for this chain.
Okay.
So Louis has given the cups,
Yeah.
the Devonshire jewelry,
Yeah.
the Dajjal's crossbow. What else?
I have 2 short sword that I don't care.
And there was one
normal
other thing?
standard short sword. Yeah. Yes, sir. The whole.
The candles,
the
the
skull,
skulls.
the skull.
Okay.
But that's just for the chain. I was trying to get all 3 weapons.
Yeah, me too.
That was
Yeah.
the 4 golden. How? Okay, can we real quick have a currency exchange? How much is 1 clam for gold coin?
Would you like us to tell you what these items do?
Yes. I just want to hold up a finger to let these guys know that they're like. 1 second.
Yes.
This sword is called Slafter,
Slafter.
spelled the way you think it is.
Slaughter and laughter?
Yeah, it's slaughter. You can't spell slaughter without laughter. This sword was forged by a warrior who constantly delivered one-liners before lopping off the heads of his foes. This longsword is quite fond of a good sense of humor, and upon hearing a joke or a good one-liner from anyone within 120 feet, it deals extra damage. So if anyone in your party says a good one-liner or a pun, it'll deal extra damage.
Sick.
The chain?
This is called the Drain Chain. This is a blade at the end of a chain, which you can throw up to 20 feet. If you hit a creature with this chain, it takes piercing damage plus necrotic damage, and whatever necrotic damage is done to the target is given back to the user.
Ooh. It's rough.
Very cool, very cool.
And last but not least, the trident.
This is called the Trident of Fish Command. This magical trident allows its user thrice daily to cast Dominate Beast on an aquatic creature.
Like that big beast that we met.
Yeah, when I look back at the guys and be like, I don't know if any of you guys want the trident or not. I've been working on my spells and I have a feeling by next level I think I'll be able to dominate beast. But I have a feeling by a couple weeks from now I might be able to do this anyway. So.
I would like that sword. That sounds cool. I'm very okay at one-liners, so.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If we get the trident, I'll hold on to it. That's one spell slot I don't have to burn, so I'm cool with that.
That's true.
So now, are we collectively trying to get these 3 items or just the 2?
She takes out the set of golden cups that she has had forever. So there's golden cup. Apparently, other folk really like those shiny things, right?
I remember you getting that cup, and you just had it this whole time.
Yeah,
2 sets of golden cups, one from the Vasagos cave and one from the Devonshire mansion.
I have 2 beautiful.
Loowee, you have so much junk in your inventory. Might as well effing spend it here.
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to do. Stop lecturing me.
You should see this person's list. My goodness.
So, DJ, I give you do the talking. I just want to get it done. I want that chain, by the way. So if you can get that, that'd be perfect.
Okay, I want to tell the audience. Listen, look at these. These are golden cups.
I have skull candle holders that I stole from
Are they gold? Are they like gold?
Yeah,
they're human skulls.
But there's no like gold like. You guys like
no,
skulls?
You can make it shiny if you want. Okay, I have all the jewelry that I stole from the Devonshire. I don't want to see it again. I hand you everything I have.
I'm just gonna take this wad of valuable stuff and be like, will this get us all?
There's a bunch of stuff.
Warhammer, a crossbow, and
gold. Did you hand me all 4 golden cups, Lou?
Yeah. I take out 2 golden earrings. I take out another golden ring that I stole from Carthus that you don't have to know that I stole from Carthus.
Just like, where does he get all this?
Yeah. Is it Burger?
I stole another.
You get Burger out of the pack and stack it up.
I stole 2 more golden earrings from another guy.
Oh my gosh!
Just a bunch of jewelry that I want to get rid of. I want to keep the golden ring with the ruby that I stole from Carthus, but because that is cool.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, I can throw in. I can throw in a scroll of summoned sheep.
Uh-oh.
No!
And cherry, the cherry on top of that, the scroll. The magical, mystical scroll of summon.
I want to say, you don't know what you're doing, Loowee.
When you present this scroll, do you tell them what it is?
It's a scroll of summon a mystical beast.
Ayden is freaking out like, do not present that scroll.
I want to awaken mine with Loowee and be like, I'm really good at lying. I can lie about the scroll, but if
you don't have to lie about the scroll. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not in on this.
I think Ayden's really adamant about this.
this scroll means a lot to me
Right.
and our group. What if I offered you 3 very well-built, well-made weapons? I want to pull out my warhammer and say this
Oh, wow.
has crushed many
A
a
guard
god
with a family.
and that but this is a great well-forged weapon. I want to set it down. I'll pull out my light crossbow, set it down as well, and say this is also great. But this, I'm gonna pull out my long sword +1 and say I got this most recently, and I very much like it. It's taken a lot for me to part with these, but I think they're worth it.
Otters accept deal.
The scroll
I
is
wanna,
mine.
I
How did it
want to
go?
put out a little pound it to the otter.
He picks up his little foot and he, like his hind foot.
Alright, can we?
So,
I'll just delete
Alright.
everything.
he just clears his inventory.
I'm just clearing everything.
Including the long swords that you had, the basic swords.
the 2 short swords. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Cool.
sure if my crossbow. Well, I put my crossbow in that deal.
Cody, you
How
better
do-
write down that scroll
how-
of someone's sheep because I'm erasing it from my.
I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna lose my mind when that comes, if that ever comes in at the most clutch time in the
We
world.
get to the end and it's just
Like there's like a
"Where's the-"
dragon that wants a sacrifice, and Ayden's just like,
Summon sheep.
Meh.
but then he cries when he sees the sheep get eaten.
Oh no. Oh, that would be
It was his
upsetting.
destiny.
Hey, then you keeping the sword that makes people laugh.
It's laughter.
The tickly sword. Dajjal, you want to get the trident or the chain?
I'll take the trident. You'll probably be able to use the chain
Yeah, you're right.
more as a rogue, unless you want it. It literally doesn't matter.
I'll take the chain. Chain looks cool.
It just feels like a roguey weapon. And all I imagine you doing is like doing some rogue flip stuff while this chain is going around your legs and stuff.
I like the 20 feet range. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Let's move on with our story now.
Yeah.
To
Sounds
please be moving on now. And
For to please.
to please stop otter talk. Okay. You have just procured these items from the otters. You have given them a substantial pile of trash and jewelry.
Very valuable pile of trash, I might add.
And they take it into their room, and you hear them slam the door, and you hear the chittering, and you just hear things being thrown everywhere about the room.
That's I can never look at Otterfolk
Oh
again
my
the same
gosh.
now.
I'm telling you. We know Jeff.
Wait. I want to go back to Telvin.
Okay.
I want to see if he made any progress with the gem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Telvin immediately went to go back to this library and speak with a few elder people who, on whom you walk in, and you see he's talking to pretty youthful-looking people, and they have this white hair as well. It seems they've partaken of the spring, and they look up at you, and you enter, probably alone, and you approach Telvin, and he tells you, "We do not seem to know the nature of these gems. I'm sorry."
Can I decipher if they're lying?
Yeah, run me an insight.
You guys must be pretty knowledgeable.
They are very knowledgeable, and they have this great collection of books, but as they've told you before, they just don't keep tabs on Leafin in general, and they're really secretive, and your people are really secretive. That doesn't make for good communication and scribing skills. So a lot of the information about your tribe was lost.
So none of you knew anything about the Forest of the Moon.
One of them speaks up. "I had been there, but I am unaware of the nature of these gems. They're very secretive people, and we would trade gifts on occasion and trade news, but we did not even know that it had been wiped out, and it's been nearly 20 years now."
Okay, in that case, do you know, maybe you know any acquaintances that might have a clue, that might know anything about those? Anywhere in Lyfin or in Rochester?
There are several Wood Elf clans spread all throughout Manshaven. I would suggest seeking them out. Try to see what you can find through books and through libraries, and figure out what you can about Wood Elves in general. We are very secretive, as you know, but I'm sure some are out there, whether they're guarding something or not.
Okay, and do you have any books that you could spare me?
What are you
About
looking for?
Any books about Forest of the Moon, if there was any mention of Forest of the Moon, or any books about Wood Elves, and maybe they just looked it over and missed it.
Yeah, they have told you that they really have given you every single thing that they know about the Forest and Moon. Your people were extremely secretive, but they will give you everything that they do have, which is a book on Wood Elf history, including their Wood Elf history in Leafen. Even before this was Leafen, it seems, they were around. So you don't know how up to date it is. They've been around for over 1,000 years. So perhaps some of the tribes in here have passed, like yours.
Is this a copy or is this an original?
I do not see how it is of use to us, so you may have it.
Okay, well, appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. Misters, ladies, sirs, elders.
Yes.
And I'm like clumsy and like goodbye.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you have an awkward
can
goodbye.
I give that gem back to you, or you want to keep it?
Oh, of course. No, please.
Okay.
They give it back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Sylvan. Much appreciate the.
Yes.
It's I feel like I'm getting one step closer to the truth.
Will you be heading out soon?
Yeah, we're getting ready.
I see. Well, be safe on your journey. Your horses are just there, and if you ever need anything from Glowerwood, you will easily be able to get back in if you wander and find the statue again.
Yeah, I was just wondering, is there an easier way to get here, or do we have to go through that all kind of stepping away, having concussion, and then being lost in the woods for a couple hours, and then...
You will not have to prove yourselves again. Simply travel off the path, walk for a bit, and you will find yourselves the statue who will let you in.
Okay, that's good to know. All right, I go back to Ayden, Dajjal, and Garrett.
Waiting there with them is Willow, and she says, "Oh, I heard you guys were headed out soon?
Just
Yes.
now, yeah.
Okay, well, we have your horses, and if you'd like, I can walk you to the edge of the forest and bring you back to the path."
Put a smile on, Willow.
She does, like, the mantis smile.
Never mind, Willow.
What are you doing? I am smiling.
Let us be off.
You guys get on your horses. Garrett joins you after saying farewell to this elven blacksmith. You hop on and you follow Willow out to the edge of the forest, the path. And as you're walking through this forest, things grow very dark again, and you become a little dazed in this area. You don't seem to recognize where you are or anything, and you see in the distance a passing herd of some quadrupedal silhouettes.
The nightmares.
I want to look to see if I can see Nightmare the Nightmare.
Yeah, you look over and you can make me a perception check.
I really need to upgrade whatever. I need
I'm
to put
really
my
good at
wisdom up.
perception. Let me see if I can see him.
You don't know Nightmare like I know Nightmare.
Let me see Falcons. Oh, no, never mind. Cody sees everything.
You take a look at this herd of passing nightmares, and you don't seem to recognize Nightmare himself. They all kind of look exactly the same. Just this voidous, swirling, silhouetted mass. Cody, Ayden looks over, and you see what does seem to be a particularly large one of these Nightmare elk, and it could be Nightmare.
Maybe.
That's when he's beast speech. Be like, I'll always remember you, Nightmare. Thank you.
He'll haunt me in my dream.
I wish I would have known how creepy you were when I first started talking.
You hear from across this wooded area just the call of an elk as it lifts its head and sort of howls and moves on with its herd into the woods.
That's terrifying.
You guys go back to the path in Glowerwood, You find your way onto the path easily. You have your horses with you. You step onto the path with them, and you are headed to the east, towards Hartfjord. You notice after a while that two people kind of come up sort of behind you, like just walking on the path, not like sneaking up behind you, but casually you start to hear talking on the path, and you see that there are two men behind you just walking on the path through Glowerwood, trying to go east as well.
What kind of men are they? Like, race.
Oh, human men.
Okay.
Hail and well met,
Racist.
gentlemen.
You racist.
Oh, boy.
You shout back and you kind of turn your horse around and halt it. And like, hold up, guys. And you say, hail and well met. And they, from a distance, they kind of wave at you and they're like, hey. And they kind of, come up to you. And they're,
Can we go
I
faster?
picture
Can
them
we
like
just,
power walking.
yeah, they got little ankle weights. It's great.
guys,
Lou, you want to get out of here?
move faster. Let's get away from
Move
here.
faster.
I want to know what their deal is.
No, they come up to you and it's two dudes and they're just in like, you know, flowy white shirts and kind of like leather vests and everything's kind of tied up, and they just seem like common folk, like middle class or whatever, and they're kind of scruffy and looks like they've been traveling for a while. They have packs with them and they're like, oh, it's nice to see some friendly faces.
Guys,
Yes.
you know these places are kind of dangerous, right?
We do, yes, we are prepared, and they motion to their hips where they have weapons.
Dagger.
No, they have like
What?
swords and stuff, and like we do travel.
Clearly,
Where are you going?
chose with your white clothes.
We are headed to Hartfjord. Where are you headed?
None of your business.
That's
What?
totally fair. That's fine. No, we thought we'd say, hey, it's just nice to see friendly faces while we're hanging out in Glowerwood. You know, it's kind of spooky in here. So,
Where do you come from?
we just got done with some trading, over in Weldfield.
With whom?
Well, you know,
There's this, like, crazy guy up there, this dwarf who has really great deals and really unique items. So we were trading with him.
Oh, what's his name?
The Crazy Wisp, they call him.
is it a wisp or dwarf?
He's a dwarf. It's a really,
Weldfield,
really
eh?
weird dwarf.
So you were in Weldfield.
Yeah.
And now you're in Glowerwood going to Hartfjord.
Yeah, we are traders. We went to Vacash, and then we went to Frampton, saw all the mess going on there.
Can I
Hightailed it out of there. Insight check 'em?
can
Yeah.
I want to look them dead in the eyes.
Are those guys unicorns?
They are unicorns.
I like inside. Never works for me.
Okay.
I'm not gonna start today.
These guys do seem like traders. They seem like they've been on the road for a while. They're kind of dirty. They're kind of sooty, actually, and they just told you they came from Frampton, so they probably saw the mess that was going on there, and they're headed through and trying to get on their way out of there and try to pick up more trading supplies.
What's your names,
Um,
boys?
My name is Bartholomew, and this is my friend. And this friend's like, hi, what's up? My name's Samson. You know what? I'm going to change that because the guard, that kid teleported, was named Samson. So his name is Holt. So their names are Holt and Bartholomew.
I just want to say,
It happens.
good on you for remembering that.
I got everything. Yeah.
Are they on horse? You said they were walking, huh?
They're walking. They don't have horses. They have sizable packs on their backs, pots hanging off of them and bedrolls and stuff, but
I'm not going to offer them a ride. But I will talk to them while we were walking in the same direction.
sure.
Have you heard of any of the news up in Canterdale?
Oh, we heard that something had happened in Campterdale, like that there was some kind of assassination.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like if you've heard that much,
But we don't know, like, who. We just heard it in passing, someone rushing through Frampton. Things are kind of crazy there right now.
yeah, the prince?
Prince of Leafen was assassinated.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
It's kind of a big deal for a lot of reasons.
But this prince was trying to promote slave trading and everything.
It's his prerogative, dude. It's his dukedom.
Whoa, what? I don't
What
think
about the slaves?
Yeah. This is Bartholomew speaking to you, and Holt's like, "Ah, come on, man, not cool." And he's like, "Look, we don't have to bring this up right now. We don't have to talk about it in front of them. That's fine. We've been fighting about this for weeks. But you know, it's up to the prince in the end. So it's whatever he feels. But if he's gone now, maybe that'll turn around. Good news for you."
And
Here's hoping.
you. What kind of trade are you into?
Slaves.
So the guy has a problem with it. He's like, "I don't like it, but it's a job. $20 is $20.
No, funny
I
enough.
was wondering what kind of trade is.
We do. Holt speaks up. We do a dye trade. Yeah, it seems. You're looking at them and you see patches of dyes like on their skin. Their skin seems stained with blues and reds and purples and yellows. Holt says, "Yeah, we just came from Wellfield, and they have, the yellow up there, and then we took it down to Vakish, traded all that away, went to Frampton, got rid of the rest of our red dye, and now we're headed over to Hartford, see what we can do with the brown dyes over there."
Rid of your red dye. Ah. I was interested in that red dye.
Well, I've got a bit here if you'd like it. Let me see. He pulls out like a vial of like a small container of red dye.
Ooh.
So do you
How much
just
do you
trade dye for dye?
We trade for money, and we sell it, and we could sell it to other companies that need it for fabrics and all sorts of stuff like that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know how much you need, but this should get you sort of far if you're looking to dye some fabric or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just 1 gold if you're interested.
1 gold. What else you got?
Let's see. He sort of digs around and he pulls out like different shaped things of like browns and blues, but they're all very small quantities of red, yellow, brown, blue, and a little bit of purple from the Murex.
Give me a red, a purple. Give me whatever will equal 10 gold. I'm a round number boy,
Okay, well, you can have all these for 5.
5 gold.
Yeah.
But it messes up. But I'll give you 10.
I just want to give you 10.
I'll
You
tell
have
you
OCD.
What, Holt, you know what, Holt?
Hey, Cooch.
I'm gonna tip him 5 gold.
Oh, that's really nice. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
We tip you if you change your mind about slavery. There we go.
Well, no,
Well, you
Holt
don't have
was
to talk
cool.
to me about it. It's
Holt was
all
cool
bought
with it.
over here, and you gotta convince him.
This guy.
Yeah, it's whatever. We don't have to bring it up every Thanksgiving. Okay.
Well, I appreciate the die.
Yeah,
throw
no
it in my
problem.
bag.
Actually, we were actually about to stop for lunch. If you guys wanted to just chill out and join us or whatever, thanks for the tip. We'd be happy to help you guys with our rations and stuff. We could start a fire and hang out.
We brought our own food. But yeah.
That's totally fine. Like, we're good. If you guys don't want it, that's totally understandable. It's just, we thought, this place is kind of creepy. It's really dark in here. We're humans. We don't have dark vision. I see you guys, but, larger numbers just seemed a little bit safer. But
Why don't we make it through the woods and then stop?
yeah, that's totally fine. It'll take a while. That'll probably be more like
This place is
dinner,
amazing.
but
I said this place is amazing.
it's amazing. What do you mean? It's really spooky, and glowing mushrooms are cool and all that, but
Alright, we'll stop here. I want to awaken mine with Loowee. If any of them get creepy, just boot one of them off the trail, and we're good.
Yeah.
I got my eyes on them.
Yeah, we can.
Pick one. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's cruise. Let's
we'll
walk
make-
and eat.
Okay.
Walk
What?
and eat.
Yeah. I got this bread. I'm gonna eat it. And start eating bread.
okay.
Eat your bread.
You guys probably have some limbus bread and mushrooms. Louise chowing down on some like moss or something going on here.
Mushroom bread sandwich.
Some straight twigs, just like a straight birch root. And you guys are walking along, and they pull out stuff, and they kind of offer you like for freaking fruit, which is kind of interesting because it's not really a tropical place. And they give you these fruits, and they give you like nuts and stuff. And you guys are just walking along, having a nice conversation. So you guys are on horses, and they're kind of trailing back a little bit, trying to keep up while also eating and trying to converse with each other and talk about business plans.
Which one looks like he's in charge more?
Oh, I have a map for you guys. Hold on.
Well,
This
one
one.
already looks shitty as balls.
Shady. I just had to Google like paintings of men, classical or something, and just had to pick men. Which one's in charge? Bartholomew seems to be in charge, and that's the lower one.
So I want to just peek over my shoulder and use Awakened Mind on Bartholomew. I'm not sure if he's had this done to him before. I'm not trying to make it look obvious, but I just want to ask him, what's your real intent here?
He says out loud, okay, creepy woods? Creepy woods. These woods are creepy.
I want to do it again, because now that I feel like he hasn't had this done to him before, what are you planning here? You just pop up behind these guys out of nowhere?
Hey guys! And he calls up to the group, to Ayden and Loowee and Dajjal and Garrett.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on?
I'm hearing voices!
Like voices in your head?
Yeah, voices
Alright.
in my head, I
Yeah,
think.
maybe you should answer them before they get angry. I hear voices too, but you just answer them and they stay pretty peaceful.
That's amazing. That's creepy.
I don't get what do you mean?
Picking up. Well, Ayden, you did hear voices beforehand in the woods, like the voices of the elves, so.
Yeah. What I'm a little there were voices in there. Dajjal, this is kind of we're on the path.
Yeah, I mean, you heard voices.
I did.
Maybe we already passed the trial. Maybe they're hearing the voices. You know what I mean?
Holt is, like, also interested, and Garrett's confused, and they're just like, what's going on here?
I want to do it to Holt real quick. Why are you following?
Oh, I heard it too. Ghibli. Okay.
Right, guys, so Loowee wants to tell those guys, we heard, well, at least I heard voices as well. You have, like, they were asking questions and stuff, and they were punishing us when we were lying. They know deep down if we're lying. You have to tell them the truth.
I just want to look at Loowee and be like,
Wink. What?
Hold
What's
on.
wrong with that guy's eye?
That guy again?
Bernice
What do you?
is here.
Why is he? Why? I'm not saying any of this out loud. I'm just like, what?
That's what, I'm just
that's
saying
what,
to
real
Holden,
quick, I'll
Bartholomew.
awaken mind with Ayden real quick, because I'm not trying to lie to Ayden. I'm just going to tell him, listen, I'm just I'm using awakened mind on these guys, because I don't trust them.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I'm not trying to hurt them or anything. I just need. They can't. Why didn't we see them when we first popped out of the woods? We're on horses and they caught up to us. Little weird. All right.
Is this about the stone of our speech with Ty?
What?
Is this
What?
Is this why making you a little paranoid whenever Ty was saying some things?
What do you mean?
Yes. Loowee sends a message to Ayden. Yes, this is why.
Okay.
What do you mean
That's-
the Thai thing? I am judging me as a person, DJ, and confused.
Like whenever Ty was like, "We know where you are," and like,
Oh yeah, kinda.
yeah,
But,
okay. Like this is also awakened mind. Just
yeah, like we're,
yeah, okay.
but-
If you really want to know the truth, I can cast Zone of Truth. If you're that worried about these boys,
yeah. I don't.
I stop my horse and I say, "Guys, it's been a long day. A lot of things have happened. I'm just gonna cast something real quick, and we're all gonna see some things." Zone of Truth. I want to look at them and say, "You guys are traitors, right?" And not in the sense of
Wait,
"He's
do we
a
know if they-
traitor!"
do
Like
we
you
know if they
trade
passed it or not?
things.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I guess we'll find that out
yeah.
through there.
We are merchants. I just sold you something. We just sold you something. We're merchants.
Yeah, I figured as much. But like, what are your hobbies?
Well,
Tennis and
I like trading. It's really nice. Holt's like, well, sometimes we freelance bounty hunting.
Have you been hired recently to bounty hunt?
We have not. No.
That's good to know.
But we
we
did
know
find this poster. And he holds up a poster of Ayden's face.
No. Just me?
It's just you on this one poster. Yeah.
Are you here to collect that?
Well, we weren't, and Bartholomew's like, shut up, and he's like, smacking him. He's like, I can't. Every time I open my mouth, it just comes out. It can't be helped. And he's like,
So,
Ayden
it's
starts
not
kind of backing up.
compulsive truth. It's like when you go to lie, which he's trying to like backpedal all this time, but he can't. He just can't not lie. Like he can't tell the
so,
truth.
like, I want to light up my like Eldritch Blast and just tell him, do you still want to try to collect the bounty and try to intimidate?
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Very nice. I mean,
Maybe some thaumaturgy in there.
you're not friends with him. We could split it, eh?
And then I just want to like let thaumaturgy rip. Do you still want to collect this bounty? As I'd make as hard as bright as I can, make this purple energy just radiate from my hand.
Yeah, as you are facing Holt to threaten him, you are shot at with a crossbow.
By
Bartholomew?
By Bartholomew.
Oh, dang it. But Holt, Bartholomew. We had such a good time.
But he misses you terribly, and it flies past you, and it goes into a tree, and he's like, I kind of want to still collect the bounty.
I want to look at Holt and be like, don't be dumb like your friend. And I hit Bartholomew with Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll it.
Can't kill Bartholomew, dude.
That'll hit.
Non-lethal.
Okay.
No, you know what? No.
I really don't think you're going to kill him in
Kill
one hit, but that'll hit.
I have 2 now.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Oh,
Then
boy.
roll both of them.
He gets 2 attacks. Oh my god.
So 15. Nice. You shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts out of your hands, and you hit Bartholomew freaking for 15 damage, and he takes it to the chest, and he's like, this is all your fault. To Holt.
I'm gonna die because of you.
Keep your mouth shut. And then Holt's like, I'm sorry. And do you guys want to do anything else before they react?
Yeah, I wanna say, here we go. I wanna cast Spirit Guardians.
What is that?
So whenever I cast this, they have to make a Wisdom save whenever they come into range.
Okay.
If they're going to make an attack on me, and the Spirit Guardians will do 19 radiant damage to them. So I'm like, look,
What
I
do
cast this.
And what is
They're
it?
like,
They see a
what is
guardian.
it,
That'd
I
be
think it's
sweet.
a 50. Oh yeah. Whenever like somebody comes at me into that 15 feet, with the intent to attack, they have to pass a save. Bill and Ted is what I will name them. They're my
There
angels.
are 2 angels?
2 of them.
Bill and Ted. Okay.
Because I call forth spirits. So,
William and Theodore come forth,
Yes.
and then Loowee, would you like to do anything?
Yeah, guys, I want you to meet a little buddy of mine, and I want to attack them with my golden arrow.
Oh, you're just gonna
Okay.
straight up attack them? Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Hey,
I'm still kidding. Like, guys,
they,
look.
they know what we are. They know about us. They know about our intentions. They should not. They should not survive.
Roll it, Lou.
I'm not holding anything. Oh wow.
Oh no!
Oh, you were. Oh my god.
Wait,
It won.
wait, golden arrow. Do I get some
Crit
kind
failure.
of?
Doesn't it say
advantage?
you get advantage twice a day? Okay. That unfortunately will not hit.
You guys are lucky. You should take that and leave.
Okay.
Can I do a bonus action? And in that case, I'm gonna take my bonus action to hide behind my horse. Oh.
Loowee has tried to shoot this arrow at them, and it misses. Holt is going to approach you, Ayden, and he pulls out a short sword from his scabbard, and he is going to try to make an attack at you, but first he needs to make that save for 15.
Also, within the 15 feet, their speed is halved.
Okay, cool. Cool, he has failed that check, so what does he do?
Takes 19 damage.
19, okay.
19 radiant.
Holt goes to move at you, but these guardians stop him. Bill and Ted step in the way, and what do they do? Like, what do they do to stop him?
They just hit him with their heavenly swords.
Okay. They're magical angel swords. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Garrett hops down, and he has seen that they have this poster of you, and he's not happy about that. He saw that Holt was the one with the poster, and he's going to try to attack Holt. For your honor, Ayden.
Thanks, Garrett. It's not true, I swear.
Garrett really likes.
Well, he knows that you're a wanted criminal. It's what he's trying to clear up. So, he's going to hit the first one for...
Oh, man. Can Bill and Ted totally say their sweet one-liners? That would be great.
They could, especially in front of your sword.
Oh, man, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sweet.
Okay. So Garrett hits Holt for 14 damage on the first strike.
Excellent.
Wow.
And then on the second strike, he gets with his great sword. I'm just going to see if he hits.
He did more than DJ in one
He
strike.
does hit the second one as well, and he is going to do 5
I think
damage.
Garrett's gonna kill this guy.
Holt drops the wanted poster, and it kind of floats to the ground, and Garrett points his sword at Holt's neck, just waiting for his next chance to be able to take a strike at him. Bartholomew, however, is going to try and charge Ayden as well. He really wants that reward, so he's going to bring it home. He is going to approach you, so it means he's going to make his save, which he got a natural 20 on.
Oh,
So what happens in that case?
half damage. So, 8.
Bartholomew is going to roll up, and he is going to also pull out his short sword. 4 plus 6. It's not going to hit you, but he gets 2 short sword attacks.
Oh, crud.
That's an 11 plus 6. Will 17 hit you?
Yeah, because I don't have my shield out.
Okay, so that's 17. So you take 7 damage. 7 piercing plus... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here comes all those things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You take 20 poison damage, but you, however, are poison resistant with your new scorpion armor. So you
Sweet.
only take 10 plus... Dang it, I forgot what I said. 7 plus 7.
17.
So, yeah, 17 damage. So that is Bartholomew. DJ.
How are these fellows looking?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 5. 5 goodness.
I mean, why not? Why not just go OP with it?
Okay.
I'm gonna take Bartholomew and use Phantasmal Force on
And that's
him.
my force, yay!
Nice. Okay.
And it's about to get dark.
Yes, an intelligence saving throw. And what's your spell save DC? 14?
15.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he misses that.
Oh, I'm gonna make like vines come from the trees with huge thorns on them, and just start ripping into them, constricting them, and just digging into them.
Okay.
Just grinding over and over again, constantly rotating around. Oh god, I don't.
Okay. Boop. Cool.
It's okay. That was just as the vines got there. It's like ow, ow, ow.
Ew, ew. That would be Ayden.
I'm going to cast a guiding bolt
Okay.
at my boy Bartholomew.
Okay.
Say, taste lightning.
Okay.
Whew. 23 radiant damage.
Very nice. So you shoot this guiding bolt at Bartholomew, and he takes it, and he seems pretty bloodied by it. He's in a lot of pain, but he's still going strong, and dude wants that paper, so he's gonna keep trying to overtake you guys. Loowee.
I will try again, alright? I'll do better this time.
Okay.
I went, jeez, what's going on?
Okay, that also doesn't hit, unfortunately. So Loowee loses her golden arrow again, and it just kind of flies back, loses momentum, and then comes back to her and circles around a little bit until she can knock it again. Then it's Holt, who is pretty upset. by Garrett attacking him, and so Holt is going to take on Garrett. So he is going to go to work at Garrett. He's going to pull out his short sword, and for a 13, it definitely does not hit Garrett, whose armor class is an 18.
Ooh.
Then he's going to try again because he gets 2 short sword attacks, and that does not hit either with a 7 plus 6. Garrett's turn. Garrett is tired of this, so he is going to make his 2 great sword attacks, which will definitely hit the first one, and the second one will as well. An 18 and a 19, plus 5 each, so for 22 damage. And Holt is looking pretty rough. He's starting to falter a bit. So then it's Bartholomew again, and he is pretty upset with Ayden. He is going to...
Yes.
Make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Yeah, sweet. Okay. No way. Okay. So then he takes 19 damage.
14 radiant.
He has to do an intelligence save from mine. Did
Oh, okay.
you say that?
Yeah, hold on. So
So he failed Cody's save. He has to pass my save.
18.
Yeah, that passed.
That's gonna
Okay.
do it.
Listen, it doesn't. It restrains. It's a restraining
This,
spell.
yeah,
Okay?
it's a crowd control. That's a really great spell for not for damage, but crowd control is really great.
Whenever Bill and Ted did their attack, they called him a medieval dickweed,
Okay.
and then hit him with their swords.
2 angels.
Okay. They call him this, and he passes, however, his Phantasmal Force check and gets out of these vines, like, rip shirt style, and he's, like, hulking out. Even though you guys didn't see anything, just all of a sudden he goes, like, ah, and he's like, yeah.
Nothing cool, like just, what is this kid doing?
You just look at him, like, flexing, like showing off or whatever.
But how does he look though when he's doing it?
He looks like, he looks pretty broken up. He's pretty poor shape. Holt is only very slightly in better shape than he is, but he is going to take those 2 short sword attacks at Ayden, the first of which does not hit. The second of is an 18 plus 6 to hit.
Oh, jeez, yeah, that's gonna do it.
Okay, so that'll be 6 standard damage, 25 damage.
I'm sorry, what?
25 poison damage.
So I take half of that,
Rounded down, so you take 12.
25 poison damage?
because I would have been very, very bad had it have been 25 full damage.
Bartholomew's not messing around. Okay, good thing you guys got that armor yesterday. Wow. I didn't even
Yep.
realize that these guys had poison damage, so that's serendipitous. Super serendipitous. Okay, Dajjal.
I want to stand in between both of them and cast Eldritch Blast at both, like, but badass, like, yeah, you
Cool.
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. I don't know. That's probably a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just looked at Eldritch Blast. I can
Nice.
pick different targets,
Do it.
but I have to roll
Do it.
both.
Yeah.
The first one is going to be Bartholomew.
Okay.
So let's roll that one.
That'll hit.
Eh.
That will miss, unfortunately, and it goes between Garrett and Holt. And Garrett kind of freaks out a little bit. He says, "Watch it."
Buddy knows. Holt knows.
Holt is really scared. He he told you this bounty hunting is a side job that he does, but he did not expect a militia like this to come upon
To
him.
die?
He thought you guys were just
He expected
travelers.
going against 4 people.
How does Bartholomew look after the 7 damage?
Really bad.
With my I have a speaking action. Don't die over something this stupid.
Ayden.
I'm gonna hit him with a sacred flame because non-lethal. I'm not gonna kill him, but I'm gonna
What?
knock his butt out. So he has to make a DC dexterity save of 15.
So you roll a 14 plus 6, so he's rolled a 20.
So he takes 4.
He's last legging it.
Dajjal's right. It's not worth it. You should probably beat foot.
Okay.
I want to tell Bill and Ted not to kill these boys. So whatever damage they do, make it non-lethal.
You got it, dude. And then
Righteous.
they channeled Michelle from Full House. You got it, dude. And then it's Loowee.
Alright, so Loowee looks at her golden arrow. Like she thinks it's broken.
But you have advantage still.
She puts it back in the bag and takes a standard arrow.
18 will hit.
Could you plus in the liver? I feel like an arrow in the liver is really painful.
That's where all the slavery hate is stored, in the liver, and then just release that out. Okay,
There you go.
you fire an arrow at Bartholomew, and you hit him straight in the liver, and he starts to bleed out, and he topples to his knees and then rolls over to the side, and Bartholomew has perished, leaving Holt by himself. And it's Holt's turn now, and Holt just drops his short sword and puts up his hands.
Good idea.
Sorry.
Good idea, Holt.
Smart man.
I want to say, you good? You giving up? Official?
Yeah, I surrender. Yeah.
I want to call off Bill and Ted.
They say, see you later, and be excellent to each other, and then they
Yeah!
then they phase away into the heavens. You are left here with Holt, Bartholomew's body.
I want to spare the dying on him. I don't want to like. What do you guys think? I'm gonna spare the dying on him.
Wait, I see Ayden smack his hands. We gave him chances to go.
Yep.
They still fought. They wanted your bounty. Who's to say they're not going to go back and get... I gave him a chance. I thought about it. He made me mad.
Yeah.
He's a dummy.
Trust me, I agree.
both
However, the second, fool me once, you know?
Yeah, but who... No.
What?
I turn around and Eldritch Blast
Ayden.
Holt.
Holt?
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, because you are out of combat, roll me advantage for a sneak attack. Yeah, the first one will hit, so... Oh, that'll definitely hit. Or did you want to shoot him with both of them?
Yes.
Okay. Yes,
Oh.
I do.
Boy.
Holt dead!
Is he past the point of being saved, dead?
He's not.
Could I? Okay, I want to grab him and grab Bartholomew.
Okay, you shove past Dajjal and you grab Holt up by his leather vest, and then you manage to get around Dajjal back to Bartholomew.
And I want to take them over by the edge and spare the dying on them, and say, I know what you're saying. However, I don't agree with it, and I throw them into the woods.
I just look at Ayden and be like, it's your bounty they were after.
That's fine. If they come back for me, the next time they will be judged accordingly.
So you spare the dying and then toss them in the woods?
Oh yeah, 100%.
They probably did, but that's fine.
I mean, I wanted to tell Ayden, I was like, you probably just damned them anyway, right?
Well, I didn't kill them.
You just made more suffering for them.
So you just, yeah.
Well, let me just say this.
You know what we could have done?
Maybe
Ayden?
Holt's worthy.
We could have restrained them and throw them in Artsford jail, but that was another option. Maybe.
Well, I didn't want to go that route because Garrett's here. We're still wanted everywhere.
Look,
Nonetheless, Ayden was doing his thing, gathering the two guys and throwing them in the woods. Loowee was actually looting them.
Yeah, Loowee, he said he was gonna loot.
Okay.
At least Bartholomew as I was killing Holt.
Okay, yeah, you'll be able to loot them, and you can find on Bartholomew a vial of green dye and 400 gold. And on
That's so much more than Ayden had to pay.
yeah, I want my 10 gold back.
No, you don't know that I'm looting them. You're doing your thing, whatever.
Yeah, I know, but now that I'm thinking about it, I want my gold back.
You're saving the world.
Yeah.
And on Holt, you find 10 gold, including the 5 that Ayden had. You find 2 clamps.
What about their weaponry?
You find on each of them a short sword and a light crossbow.
Just got all your junk gone? Gotta rebuild that stock? Just calling up the bag of
No!
holding.
Your list!
Like he's taking their boots off and throwing in the bag of holding.
Any jewelry, any golden earrings or whatever?
No, Holt has like a leather bracelet, like a leather made bracelet that snaps together and stuff, but no, just their clothing.
Garrett was fighting them. How did Garrett feel about me killing all of them?
Garrett is a knight. He is not a cleric. He is the one who carries out justice. And these people attacked you. It was self-defense. And he looks on as Ayden drags them and throws them into the woods.
Barely alive. I did resurrect them. I did res them.
You res them and then sent them in the woods to torture.
I did the right
You
thing.
know it was in those woods.
Oh, I know.
You knew it was in those woods.
Hey, they can get by.
Can they?
They're not even conscious.
That's for the. Hey, I say that's for the gods to decide, man. You know, that's on them. If maybe.
And now they don't have any weapons no more.
Maybe they'll be worthy.
Maybe Nightmare will find them. It'll be lovely.
Question for you, Gabby. The poison damage that these guys were doing, were those related to their weapons or something else?
It just says, do poison damage. Let me see.
If it's a poison short sword, it's really cool.
I am gonna say that each of them has a vial of poison on them. So you have 2 vials of poison.
I'm gonna heal myself now.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna heal all of us. Hey, everyone gets healed for it, 'cause I cast it twice because I need some good heals.
So that means I get double. I
Not.
get more health than I can have, right?
No. You get healed. I think all of you get healed up to your full potential.
Except for me.
Okay.
This guy did not take any damage.
Really? Hey, Cody? Because you got those 6s too.
I was at 9 HP.
Okay.
Oh, the 6s. Yeah, okay, I'm at full now.
Okay.
Forgot about the 6s.
Yeah, you had those 6s too. You guys were walking along, taking a lovely stroll. You met some guys who invited you to join them on their picnic and share their rations with you. That didn't work out. It seems like they were not tailing you in order to collect your bounty, but they did end up recognizing Ayden ultimately and tried to take him in for his bounty. You are now on your way to Hartford. And as you travel along this path, you kind of contemplate on the situation that just happened, and you eventually find your way in the afternoon out of Glowerwood and towards the bank opposite of Hartford. You see a few hills start to roll, and nothing that leads up to mountains or anything, but just some hills that seem familiar to you from the opposite side, at least. These seem to be the hills that were outside of the Emerald Eyes farm.
I don't see any reason why we can't at least stroll by it just to take a glance. I mean,
You guys return to the Emerald Eyes farm, or what you thought was the Emerald Eyes farm. The place is nearly unrecognizable now. New roads have been dug out, many more crops have been planted, the droves of tents once filled with cultish wahoos are gone, and as you approach you see food stalls selling vegetables and selling fruits, and there are many horses dotting the small hills here. The place is alight with casual interactions from a scattering of customers visiting these booths.
do I see anyone wearing those robes anymore?
You do not?
Do I see anything that might look suspicious or awkward about this?
Make me
Or
a
does it
perception
seem-
check.
I didn't want to.
Okay. Maybe an investigation check. Cody, did you want to get in on that?
Yep.
Cool. Okay,
Hey, perception wizard.
cool.
Pretty good.
All right, Dajjal, you are looking around and you see that in fact things look very different. The crops are coming in really well. The dock has been cleared of all the vendor booths that were there the day that you guys were there, and things look really nice and lovely here. Like all the tents of the crazy people who lived out with the trees, bro, and who one with nature. That's fine, but they seem to be gone. Loowee, you notice as you're riding along, you take a look at one of the horses, Winnie, and you look over and you see a dwarf man standing outside of the horse pen. And Ayden, as you are walking by one of these fruit stalls, you notice behind the counter is a dwarf woman.
Holy crap, you guys. Did we ever get a chance to tell, what's her name about her sons?
That's why you have a horse.
We did. That's why we got the horses.
Okay.
Is this them?
You just blacked out on the whole episode? Or?
I did.
I did.
100%.
Behind the fruit stall counter is Helga Hubble and her husband.
Hubert.
Nope.
Hubert? Humphrey?
Oh, what was his name?
Hilton.
Just like
Hilton!
the telescope?
Was it Hilton?
Yeah.
Nice.
I got the notes.
Good
I had to
job.
find them, but I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
the notes. Yeah.
And so they have dug out roads. They have put up fruit stalls. They have installed a horse pen, and they are growing their own fruits and vegetables here in a much nicer establishment than like the very basic stuff going on at the Emerald Eyes Farm beforehand.
I want to jump off the horse and be like, "Hey guys, how you been?"
Okay, you want to approach Helga?
Yeah,
Yes.
Same.
because I'm lazy and she's closer.
Okay. Okay. You approach this fruit stall, and behind it is Helga, and she goes, "Oh, hello! It's so great to see you.
Hi.
Where have you been? What have you been up to?"
You know, killing the bastard that's responsible for your son's death.
You did it.
And I want to pull out my staff and show her the skull and be like, "We did."
That's metal. Cool.
Pretty metal.
She's elated, and she starts to tear up a bit, and she runs from behind the fruit stall, and she just gives you like this hug, like around your waist, because she's really short. And thank you so much. We knew you could do it.
I mean, I cast the
Well-
ball, killed him, but you know, it was pretty good.
Thank you so
Well,
much. And she goes, hugs all around, and she sees Garrett, and she's like, "I don't know who you are." And then
Sorry, Helga. We know this won't bring them back, but we tried to save.
We
others in
saved
the
other
future.
kids, yeah.
But I want to put my staff back in, get a little bit more serious, and tell her, but we fear that it's not over yet.
what do you
and
mean?
since we fear that someone took the place of the guy that killed your sons.
Like a second in command?
Yes.
Great.
And since you seem to be set up on this trading post, we were wondering if you've heard anything come and go, come along. I mean, not wondering it like we were looking for you, but since we're here, have you heard anything? Have you heard anything about what happened in,
Yeah, did you hear about the prince?
yeah.
Mhm.
That's
we heard
crazy.
about
So,
it.
do you know all about it?
No.
No.
You know.
Goodness.
I want to make sure the guys are all, like, around.
Oh yeah, I'm there.
You guys kind of
And this
gather
is-
around, and she's
This is Greg or something.
Garrett
Garrett.
Hadley, head knight of White Oak. Thank you.
Yeah, that guy.
Nothing less.
She like starts explaining the story to you, but as she does, she's like putting fruits and vegetables like in your arms, and you don't even notice until you're like, and you like you look down and you have like all these fruits and veggies in your arms, like a freaking whole melon on top of a pumpkin, and she's
Wait,
yeah.
does fruit die in the bag of holding?
no, it's fine.
I start dumping into, like, without him looking though, like I'm behind him, dumping a bunch of fruit in his bag of holding.
Okay.
I always have my eyes on the bag of holding. You know by now.
But do you care, Loowee?
But I don't care.
I get
I
it.
don't know this fruit I'm
Because I'm doing
getting.
the same.
This is gonna be good for training later.
Garrett kind of like walks in between her and you guys to like block you from doing that. Yes, tell us more. So
Oh, yeah.
she speaks up and she's like, apparently, he was assassinated. It was a murder, it seems. And not only him, but everyone in the mansion, everyone in the house,
Everyone was
everyone.
killed?
Do you know who? From like who did it?
Do they know who did it? They don't know. They
Someone
have no
clean it?
idea. It was super clean. Not clean. It was a clean entry. Nothing was broken. It seemed like they snuck into a window and they took a look at the crime scene. Someone came down and was talking to me about it from Canterdale this morning. Stopped by, or off the boats, and that apparently it was a bloody mess upstairs in Prince Landon's office.
Did they say how many people they thought it was?
The entire household, entirely staffed
No,
and full of
how
guards.
How many people did it?
They didn't say if they knew. I don't know that the police are offering up a lot of information right now. They said
Oh no, there was a crime scene in this last city, and they were just blabbing away about it. Guy got burnt alive. They were.
Garrett's like, you're
Oh.
welcome. No thanks to you
Yeah,
guys.
Thank you, Glenn. I
From what?
I'll look back at Garrett and just give him a wink, like, just.
Don't. Nope.
Yeah.
So is that all you know about that up there?
That's all we know. And you could go and take a look if you were interested. It might be linked to everything that you're trying to figure out.
Also, did you happen to hear anything about a ship named Pajamas that crashed right over by the river here?
We did. It was dreadful. Apparently it was carrying slaves.
Yeah, from slaves from Frampton to Canterdale. Did you hear anything about that?
I didn't hear anything about that, but I think it's still an open crime scene. If you wanted to go investigate that, just a little ways down, across from Hartford.
Yeah. So we were thinking about going there and then going up the whole Prince dying thing. We do appreciate your help a lot, and I'm glad to see that you guys have a little business set up.
Yeah, we
here.
bought up the property after everything went belly up, and I think it's a nice way to honor our sons.
How did it go? Like, what's going on here? Like, after we left, we didn't really get a chance to know what was going on. But
Sure.
did everybody get saved, or?
It seems like everyone was fine after you guys took care of everything. We sealed up the mine, or the cave, as it were, where they were doing the rituals, and we took it upon ourselves to buy up the property, and whomever was living here now can work here if they want to. It's very wonderful, and we sell a lot of crops and goods. And my husband, we've moved a lot of our horses here. We're doing well with our horse business as well. How are yours holding up?
Well, have you ever heard of a nightmare? Have you?
A
I
nightmare.
have them all the time.
Yes.
The terrible
Like-
horses which travel around, like the thing of legends.
Yes.
Of course. It's only children's
Do you know
stories,
how
though.
to tame one?
Okay, well, you're crazy. Great. There,
Like, with real serious intent in his eyes. Can you teach me to tame one?
I've never
Please.
seen one personally. I thought that they were
Please.
fairy tales. If you could talk,
I've seen them.
Me too.
you've seen a nightmare.
It's an elk. And it was...
Speak to beasts, but you don't even know who they
Are there nightmare horses, too?
Yeah, the nightmares. That's hence the name.
Ah! Okay, sorry for the confusion. We saw elk. Nightmare elk.
Oh, I
And
understand.
now, my only quest is to find a nightmare.
Well, I've never personally heard of anyone seeing them in person. Just stories about people claiming to have seen them, but
Can you turn a normal horse into a nightmare?
What's wrong with you?
I don't know much about them. I would assume if they are truly a real magical creature, you could enchant them, perhaps, to make them look that way.
Like, I started doing minor illusions
Oh,
on my horse to try to make...
Louis slaps Dajjal on the back of his head. Let's get real now. We got stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you are super interested in something like that, there is an enchanter in Weldfield, as well as all the fabulous enchanters in Frampton.
Helga, don't feed the fire. Don't.
Sorry.
Just-
But I do like horses, so if you ever find out that one is real, do let me know, and maybe we could breed them and start a business there.
Yeah, I don't think those are breedable.
Well, do your best.
I want to flicker like 10 gold and for the fruit.
Okay.
She gave us a lot of fruit.
You took a lot of fruit.
You said she was just piling it up.
On your arms, but then you're like, my arms, whatever. Just
I was
her,
just
like,
dumping what
her-
she was putting.
her cart's like empty, like her thing. She's like,
I feel like
She's got nothing left.
10.
she looks at it. Yeah,
Good,
there's 10
right?
gold, and she looks at it, and she's like, all right.
Oh, okay. I
Great.
didn't want her to think like I was ripping her off.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, let's you guys good? You guys want to head to the riverfront? It's an open crime scene still, so go check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Kay.
Hey, Hilton. Bye, Hilton.
Hello?
He didn't even.
Oi, you. How are your horses?
Good. Thank you.
Hopefully
good.
they'll be dead soon. Nightmares. Yeah, let's go.
What?
What?
And then you guys.
What?
Wow.
What did he say?
Okay.
Aiden, I think maybe if I kill it and you revive it.
That's not how this works.
It's not a ghost.
That's necromancy, my dude. That's some real stuff.
I have to find a school now.
We have to find a necromancer.
Look, I learned a couple things from a necromancer. I don't want to talk about it. Well, useful. That's a long story. It's a story for another day. We'll talk about that another day.
Okay.
His name, funny enough, was Sharon.
What was it? I'm gonna put all you guys together so I can teleport you real quick. after a while walking down the river, alongside the river, you guys come upon what seems to be on the banks of the Aran Strait, a shipwreck. As you roll up on this shipwreck on the edge of the Aran Strait, you see Katarina. So many names from so long ago.
The hurricane?
Katarina, the sheriff of Hartfjord.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
okay.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Does she see us yet?
No,
Disguise.
What is that?
I
Disguise
can't
me.
disguise you. I can disguise self.
Aiden received a
Oh.
disguise kit.
I
Oh,
gave
wait.
you a disguise kit.
I have a cloak that can go invisible for
That's
5
right.
minutes.
I want
And
to
a
disguise
disguise
someone
kit.
as well. Oh.
I disguise self.
Okay.
I let Garrett know what's up. Garrett knows. Garrett, we told him.
Yes.
I disguise self as anyone that I've seen in a pub. Just
Okay.
I disguise self as Hope.
Okay.
I
good.
put on my disguise and then put my cloak on and give my horse off to Dajjal and jump on the back of Garrett's horse.
We all proceed up.
Yeah.
We're all disguised. They don't know Garrett, so
Well, Aiden, you're disguising to whom?
A mustached man.
A mustached man.
like it's Ayden with a mustache.
He can't grow facial hair. No one is gonna know.
It's this guy's get so tiny. It's just a mustache. Like it's just the mustache he puts on.
And my cloak.
Like, so yeah, let's walk up to him. I'm guessing the other three are just guards.
Yes, these are dwarven guards.
Actually, I want to pull up next to Garrett and say, Garrett, we really need to check out this crime scene. You're the king knight of up
The
there.
head knight of White Oak.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure. You probably have the most pull here. Can you let us just get us in there to see if we can look around?
Sure.
I want to be the blood splatter guy.
The blood splat. You just see a Loowee with a glove.
Yeah, Garrett rides up with Aiden on the back of his horse straight up to Katarina, and he introduces himself. He says, "Hello, my name is Garrett Hadley, head knight of White Oak. You've probably heard of me." She's like, "No, I haven't. Hi, I'm Katarina, sheriff of Hartfjord. We're investigating this crime scene. It seems there was something going on."
I awaken mine with Aiden and like right next behind Garrett and say, "Give me your paper. Give me your paper. Give me your paper. Thank you." I ride up next to Garrett and be like, "Yeah, we're just here to look at the crime scene. We're just trying to investigate the missing slaves that were on here. Not really worried about what you guys are doing. We're just trying to investigate missing slaves. No big deal. We're gonna be in and out in 2 seconds."
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Wait.
And,
We want to know though what you guys have found.
Oh, sorry. This is one of our partners. He wants to know how the ship wrecked. So, he's real detail oriented. He wants to know how the ship wrecked. That way, since there's no
Yeah, it's Holt.
he's Holt.
My
He
name's
wants to know how
Hope.
the
Yep.
ship wrecked.
My name is
That's
Holt.
better
Yes,
than
hello.
That way he can think of him as an insurance adjuster. He can see how many slaves, judging by the wreck and the way it happened, to see how many slaves might have perished in this wreck.
Well, if you'd please leave your horses off to the side, you may enter, but mind your footsteps and everything. We don't want to interfere with the crime
Of
scene.
course, we're professional.
Yes.
Yes, I see that. Please take a look around. There were 10 slaves, we believe, including humans and goblins, the bodies of which we pulled from the wreck. According to the police in Frampton, there were tieflings also on board, but we did not find any trace of them. They seem to have been taken for one reason or another. The ship was attacked using fire magic, and it completely crashed. We also pulled the bodies of 2 catfolk off the ship.
Were they prisoners or crew?
Seemed like crew.
Cat Hope crew. Okay.
Oh no! I just remembered the lion guy. Was that boat?
Yeah. We know it. We know it by the name.
I
pajamas.
forgot.
I remember, but then I forgot again.
Yeah.
It seems like they were pirate-like characters, these catfolk, but it seems like they took on this work for an extra fee. pulling the ship from down here. They were headed towards Canderdale, but before they got very far, they were attacked using fire magic, and a lot of the chains were broken, but many of the bodies were left behind, save for the Tieflings.
So there are some slave bodies scattered about here.
No, this is a crime scene that's still open, but they've
Okay.
removed all the bodies of the catfolk, the goblins, and the humans.
And as I'm talking, trying to make it casual, I awaken mind with Garrett and Ayden telling that. Oh, I tell Ayden, walk if you want to get off the horse, walk right behind Loowee.
As you guys are looking around this ship, Dajjal, you notice as you're kind of looking around these chains that the sand is kind of started to fill up around the ship, and this ship probably will never be moved from this area. But you notice in the sand, as it kind of, the tide kind of comes up around your feet, and you kind of step up and watch out for it, but as it rolls back, you see it uncovers a bit of the sand, and in this sand, you see a tiny black gem.
I want to pick it up, hold it in disgust, look at the guys, and show them the tiny black gem.
Oh, is that the same kind that what we found before in the Emerald Eyes?
Now they were black when they weren't used. Then they were green. They turned back to emerald after they were used, right? Or
Yes.
is that vice versa?
No, they were black until they were used.
So I could do an Arcana check to make this is still active. This still has magic on it, right? Then
You can tell that this has not been
Okay.
used yet. And this is indeed the same make of stones, make of gems from the Emerald Eyes, and Loowee, you remember this from your memories.
I want to put it in my pocket. What's all the crates and stuff out there?
DJ, as you are digging around these crates, and Loowee, you are just finding basic stuff, just seems like supplies that were pirated. DJ, you're looking around these crates and you find something caught on one of the crates. And you go into your bag and you pull out something else and you hold it up and they match perfectly. You pull out from your bag the shred of Karthus's shirt that he left you with your hurdy-gurdy.
No. No!